Hello everyone, here we will learn about the composite video signal. The signal which will contains all three components like intensity information which will require horizontal and vertical retrace signal. That signal we can say as the composite video signal. So we can say composite video signal we can denote by letter CVS, composite video signal, and that will consist of camera signal corresponding to desired picture information as a video signal, which will have horizontal and vertical retrace signal, मतलब horizontal and vertical blanking pulse, and it will have synchronizing pulses, horizontal synchronization pulses to the synchronization transmitter and the receiver scanning, and vertical synchronization pulses will be required at synchronization transmitter as well as the receiver scanning. So here you can see the diagram for the composite video signal. You can see here the composite video signal with different brightness level. They have shown here. On the y-axis they have given their composite video signal in a amplitude, and on x-axis they have given their a time. So here you can say front porch of 1.5 microsecond. You can see the first waveform which is kept to achieve exact triggering of a time-based circuit in a TV receiver, due to which spot beam properly arrives at left. After that, horizontal synchronization is achieved with the horizontal synchronization of pulse of a 4.7 microsecond. उसके बाद क्या किया है हमने 5.8 microsecond. So we can say back porch of 5.8 microsecond is kept in these durations in the color transmission. The color burst of signal 4.43 megahertz added. So in B and W system, no color burst you will require. And in addition to the continuous amplitude for individual picture elements, video signal has average value or the DC component corresponding to average brightness of the scene. So it is absent receiver that cannot follow changes in the brightness, due to which, for example, in the picture spot on dark background will be observed like a white spot on the gray background. So if we are putting there the pedestal height that given by the transmitter which determines the average brightness. So if we are taking the example, you can say if pedestal height value is less than correct value, then scene will be more darker. But if height value will increase than the correct value, then scene will be more brighter. You will able to see that as a whiter. So you can see here the color TV compatibility. So we can say here color signal is inserted within 7 megahertz channel between for PAL system, 6 megahertz for NTSC, 7 megahertz channel bandwidth for the PAL, 6 megahertz bandwidth for the NTSC, and 8 megahertz bandwidth for the SECAM. So color signals are compatible with black and white system. Color transmission system products a normal black and white picture of the monochrome receiver, and a normal black and white transmission should produce a color black and white picture on the color TV screen. So here you will get the color TV system that must have same video bandwidth. It must use the same line and the frame synchronization pulses. So here now we can learn about some laws which we are using for the color TV fundamentals. So here we can see the Grassmann's law, luminance or brightness, view and saturations. After that we can see there the chromatography diagram, mixing of a color and the color difference. We will see all these concepts one by one. So firstly we will learn about the Grassmann's rule. So that rule describes empirical results about how the perception of mixtures of the color light, that is lights that constitute the same area on the our retina of eyes, that is composed of different spectral power distributions, can be algebraically related to one another in the color matching context. And if you see this law, Grassmann's, is discovered by the Hermann Grassmann. That's why they have given the name Grassmann. And these laws are actually principles which we are used to predict math responses, to predict the colors, which will help to good approximations under the photopic and the mesopic vision. So here we can see about the color perception. All objects are focused sharply by the lens system of eye on its retina, and the retina, which is located at the black side of the eyes, has light sensitive organs which will be used to measure the visual sensation. So according to the theory which is formulated by the Helmholtz, the light sensitive organs are of two types, rods and the cones. Rods which will provide the brightness sensations, thus perspective objects only in various shades of grey from black to white color, and the cones that are sensitive to the color, that are broadly in three different regions. One set of the cones detects the presence of blue color in the object focused on the retina. Second, that will perceive red, and the third, that is sensitive to the green color. Each set of the cone may be thought as being tuned to only small band of the frequencies, and so that will use to absorb the energy from definite range of the electromagnetic radiations to convey the sensation of the corresponding color. The combined relative luminosity curve showing the relative sensation of the brightness which get produced by the individual spectral radiations at the constant energy level, that you can show here in the diagram. They are showing on the x-axis violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, different colors. And you can see here on the y-axis they are showing their relative sensitivity from our eyes. So here what we can say, the red, green and the yellow, these are the primary colors they are using for the additive mixing and the subtracting mixing. So here you will get the different colors like magenta, yellow, these we can say as the complementary colors. So here you will get some idea about the luminance, hue and the saturations. Any colors which is having three characteristics, that is used to specify its visual informations. These are, if we will talk about the color, there are some properties, characteristics which will give us description of its visual informations. So these are nothing but luminance, or we can say a brightness of any color. Hue, that is nothing but a spectral color. Saturations, it is a spectral purity of that color. So we can say luminance, it is the amount of light intensity which is perceived by the eye regardless of the color. So in the black and the white pictures, better lighted pairs which will show more luminance than the dark areas. Different colors have also show the shades of the luminance in the sense thought of equally illuminated appear. So if we will talk about the hue, we can say it is the predominant spectral color of the received light, and color of any object we will distinguish by its hue or a tint, and the green leaves which is having a green hue, red tomatoes which is having red hue. So we can say the different views result from a different wavelength of a spectral radiations, and these are perceived as such by the sets of cones in the camera. So here we can say these hues result from different wavelength of spectral radiations, and these are perceived as by sets of cones in our retina. And for saturation we can say this is the spectral purity of a color light. Since single hue color occurs rarely alone, this indicates the amounts of other color which are present. The saturations may be taken as indication of how little the color is diluted by a white. And vivid green is a fully saturated, and when diluted by white it becomes light green color. So the hue and the saturation of color that will make a chrominance.